Hey ninjas, Coach Cortez here, and back at you with another monthly newsletter video. And this time I wanted to talk about strength. I know we've done some stuff on strength before, but what good is knowing how to do cool ninja skills if we're not strong enough to be able to actually take the impact of the said skill? So I want to focus on leg strength and how we're going to improve that and improve our flexibility along the way on accident. All right, so check it out. Alrighty ninjas, one of the first things we're going to work on is a wall sit. This is going to be helpful for building our leg strength without having to stabilize the core too much. What we want to do is flatten our leg, and so that our legs are in a 90-degree angle, just like this, the L shape. And we're going to make sure our hands, instead of resting on our knees or on our thighs, we're going to pull our shoulders all the way back. Arms are going to be right out here or right out to the side. And our whole goal is to sit here for at least 30 seconds with completely flat legs, okay? Alrighty ninjas, now for our next challenge, what we're actually gonna work on is doing a squat hold. It's gonna be the same technique as our wall sit, but now we're gonna bring our hips down with the flat legs, and we're gonna pull our shoulders back as we do it. We're gonna keep that 90-degree angle, and we're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. It gets really tough as soon as we have to stabilize. A lot of times our core will not activate, and we'll end up doing this in order to compensate for the lack of strength. Remember, we want a nice synced hips, shoulders back, strong back, tight core, firm legs. All right, now this is gonna be tough. They're gonna struggle with this just a little bit, but hold strong. If it's really too difficult to keep your posture right, grab a chair or something else just to stabilize. Keep those arms up, make sure we're not dropping and rounding out the back. And as soon as you get that, we're on to the next level. Stay tuned, check it out. Alrighty ninjas, another exercise that we like to do in Yellow Ninja to really strengthen our legs, it's called the horse stance. Alright, the way we start with the horse stance is feet together. We're going to take our toes and we're going to pivot out, heels out, that's 2, out, that's 3, heels out, that's 4. Now you can stay at 4, or you can pivot out, heels out again one more time. The further the legs are out, the harder this becomes. Alright, so if you're just starting out with this, do 4 pivots. Alright, so we're going to keep our arms right here, pull them all the way out to the side, shoulders back, and you're going to drop your hips in a squat as deep as you can while keeping your back straight. And you're going to hold this for as long as you can. We're not going to cap it out at 30 anymore. Our goal is to improve strength over time. So this is going to help by opening up our hips, making our glutes stronger, our hamstrings stronger, our quads stronger. It's a full leg exercise. It's the worst. It's gonna hurt like the dickens, but this is really great for strengthening. The more you do this, the easier it should get to go wider and then sink deeper. Just keep making sure that the back is engaged, arms are all the way out, and this will help get really strong and improve flexibility over time. All right, check it out. All right, the next level of this workout is going to be the hardest thing we've done so far. And it's going to be ridiculously tough because it's going to require a little bit of flexibility and a little bit of pain. All right, I like to call this one the leg iron cross. And very much like we did with the sumo squat or the horse stance, we're going to spread our legs out, but now we're going to straighten them. We're going to lock out as much as we can, and it's going to be like we're doing the splits, but instead of leaning forward and trying to stretch into it, we're actually going to try and keep our hips off the ground as much as possible while engaging, bringing the hips forward and holding on real tight. If it's easy, sink deeper and make sure the hips are pulled all the way forward. Hold this for as long as you can in this position to help strengthen the hips and strengthen the hamstrings. All right, that inner thigh is going to be on fire. The hips are going to be sore, but it is such a useful exercise for opening up and getting the kids to have that more flexible range of motion for all their kicks and flips. All right, awesome. All right, everybody's least favorite exercise, the splits. All right, so for the middle splits, what we're gonna do, just like with those leg iron crosses, we're gonna get as wide as we can go, get real depth, and instead of pulling our hips forward this time, we're gonna sink forward, hands on the floor. If you need to, you can put your hands on another obstacle to really help strengthen and hold that balance. And then once you get to a point where you're here, you can drop down onto your elbows for an extra deep stretch. And you're just gonna continue to sink your hips deeper and deeper, trying to pull your pelvis to the floor. If you can't pull your pelvis to the floor, that's fine. I can't right now either. I'm working on it, but we're not there yet. So just try your best, get as deep as possible. One of the things that I like to tell ninjas is that flexibility improves strength. And a strong ninja is a good ninja. So let's keep on working, let's keep aiming for more. Check out this next video that's gonna show us how to work towards the middle split. Alrighty ninjas, for the next one we're gonna do what we call a split squat. Alright, we start with one foot on top of an obstacle, like we would for a lunge, one foot in front, the split stance. And we're gonna try and push our hips all the way down, make our thigh touch our calf, just like this. If it's too difficult for you to make your thigh touch your calf and get that full range of motion, it's all right to raise the obstacle so that you have a higher leverage point. So foot up, hips forward, shoulders back, bring your thigh to your calf, and you want to feel this stretch right here in your hip flexor. That's the word. Once you get to a point where you can do that with minimal effort, we're gonna drop down and we're gonna go to the floor. Once you can do this, boom, on the floor, we're getting our hip really low, legs are as straight as possible, then we're ready for the next step. Alrighty ninjas, I've got my handy dandy ninja step right here. I'm going to actually be putting my foot up on this obstacle now. You can do a chair or a step stool, whatever surface you feel comfortable with. I'm going to use this one just so I can increase the height and difficulty as I see fit. But your goal is to now do that same split squat, but now our hips are going to drive straight down here. Knees not going to touch the floor. We're going to try and get that extra range of motion, get the hips down to the ground, and then come back up. If that's easy, find a higher obstacle, just like this. And we're sinking down, opening up the hips, getting that full range of motion. Make sure you do reps on both sides to really even out. You want both sides to be strong, both sides to be flexible. That's gonna help improve our range of motion for our kicks, as well as the strength for our kicks, okay? So deep, deep, deep range of motion. Boom, just like that. All right, on. Alrighty team, for the next progression for our exercise, going into the middle split, we're gonna split our legs out as far as we possibly can. We wanna balance on our tippy toes on our back foot, and then we're gonna go flat or toes up on your front foot, and you're gonna just hold this for as long as you can on each side. Our goal is to strengthen the hamstrings and strengthen that hip flexor. Really trying to stabilize those muscles. This is really tricky, guys, so don't be bummed out if you can't quite get this yet, but hold this for as long as you can, and then once you get to a point where you can do that for about 30 seconds or so, we should be able to slide relatively easy into a variation of the splits. Once again, guys, super tough. I don't expect everybody to get this right away. Our goal is just to improve flexibility and strength over time. That's the big part, is over time. So continue to work hard, give it your best shot. Let's become the best ninjas we can be. This has been Coach Cortez talking. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.